Okay, power failure's over. I don't know what the heck that was. We never have power failures where I am in this world, but notice my microphone stopped working and then, yeah, everything went black for about 20 minutes, give or take. But back up, back running. Where's my mouse? Boom, there it is. And that's broken again. Nice. Nope, that's still broken. Nice. There we go. Working? Good. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Still don't know if I should say ASAP Aviation or Aviation Peace. I'm gonna go with ASAP Aviation. I'm gonna rebrand. Why not? ASAP Aviation. It's gonna be weird for all the other videos out there. But we're back. SD40, BNSF, 6380, 48. We're gonna be doing some shunting missions. Or at least a shunting mission. This is a fairly long one. It's called Concrete and Command and Concrete on one of the BNSF maps. Don't ask me which one. I have no idea. Gotta put the reverser in, put that forward. Automatic brake, release, generator field in. Apply some power and release. Power independent brake, which is working. Turn the panel off. Throttle 1, putting some power down, and let's get these headlights on. I don't care about all the proper stuff about the horn and whatnot. Not yet, at least. With that, we'll go ahead and idle. Everything else is released and set, I believe. We'll throw the heaters on because why not? Why not? Oh, the step lights, yeah. Because it's gonna get dark in this platform. Engine we don't really care about, and the number lights. Perfect. We are gonna have to throw a switch. The first one is fun to do by hand normally. We have to go. It's not this switch; it's the next one. This one is not set correctly. There we go. Junction left. Left start track. We come out here. This is all good. And then that one. This one's good. And then I believe it is. I should just rode the locomotive. Just still barely moving this way. It's coming up a grade. That's an idle, which is probably going to result in some danger there. This one, and then that one's lined up. It's this one right here, which I failed the first time I was playing this mission. I just messed around. I'm not touching my computer for what seems like forever, honestly. As I was saying in my first stream, which I have no idea where the hell that went to on YouTube. It's just being gone for a good portion of 2025 out of the nation, and then you know the few months I have been home this year, just coming home from work and not having any energy left at the end of the day or the time thereof to like sit down, make a quick dinner or something like that, and just hop on, make some streams on the weekend or you know, when I'm not tackling projects, stuff like that. But it is nice to sit down and yeah, I'm trying. I always had the aspiration, you know, to good lord, to do at least one video and one stream per week. You know, whether that be a Friday night stream, Saturday night stream, you know. Go ahead and run that to notch too there. I want to just make sure the number 9 map that all the points are set properly for where we need to go, which it certainly seems that way. Yep. That one is would be off. But yeah, we'll go down there. Go a little fast. Use a little bit of the brake just to get ourselves back in tolerance. That's alright though. Only damage to trucks just a little bit. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a very decent, if not better than decent, 2025. So we count down the last 2 or 3 weeks here. I haven't been counting that much. I think we got 2 weeks left. 2.5. Christmas is 2 days away. We're down to 5 now, which is awesome. Yeah, we're going to go ahead here and couple up with these cars. Big shunting operation. If I remember correctly, we connect those cars, pull them out, connect the cars next to them, come out, connect those cars. Now we connect those cars, connect those cars are there, connect these cars, and then pull them back. And then we go pick up some other cars over there somewhere and draw them back. Yeah, it's all sun is setting and dodging the main line traffic over there. I really need to calm down with my mouse, I'd say. Oh, my headlights. I never set my headlights. They're on. Weird. Alright. Stop at locations. I'm gonna tell us to make sure our stuff is set up properly. So we're gonna put the engine brake here. Slow down to a crawl. We're releasing to about 6, looking at our speedometer, and then that's our acceleration, miles per hour per minute. So right now we are gaining speed. Right there we are still gaining speed. Oh, but we're actually decreasing. Right, perfect. So that will allow us to come out here and release that, and we just bounced out of it, even though that should have coupled. That's alright. We're in good position now to just release our bail, and that should couple us. There we go. Brake pipe's coming up, air compressor's running, and yeah, now we're just gonna keep on pushing. Go ahead, everything should be released. Yep, bail off. Perfect. And there we go, we're gonna slowly start building some speed here. I'll leave it in notch 1, dangerous. Yeah, slowly build up some speed here. This is the only problem. I wish I could fast travel this game, but I can't. That's what makes it fun. What's that movie called? Crazy 8, something like that. Super 8. Now I'm just making up names in my head. Uh-oh. Going down a grade. And I cashed the last car. Maybe. There we go. And get on the run. Oh. more time. Ooh, stand. Oh, you can't. Well, that's dumb. Give me the option. Oh boy. Released. Well, I might as well just ride the car, eh? Ooh, 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 ooh. And this also works. Oh, come on. Ooh. Nope. You can tell I'm not a pro gamer, right? Let the train come to me. Nope, that's too fast now for me to stand on it. That's alright. Go ahead and see if we can't beat the cars here. Going way too fast. It's probably gonna derail. That's why I like flying. Release. Now they're both released. Yeah, no, that's going on. No, that's going way too fast. Way too fast. That's coupled. Yeah, I think we just gotta keep pushing it around, if I'm not mistaken. It's just sitting here at notch 1, so it really shouldn't go anywhere. All the brakes released. That reminds me, I should run down here before it starts picking up the speed like it was doing there. And couple, or unlock the other coupler. Oh, my chat box is not working. Uh-oh. Oh, it could be working. I have no clue. Is the train moving? No. It's just holding steady at notch 1. That's alright. It would be nice if you could fast travel to the end of your train. Simulate, you know, having 2 or 3 crew members, you know, your conductor and your engineer. So the conductor is building the train while you're just driving over the radio. Because in the real world, I could be wrong, but I believe in the real world this would never happen. You know, just one person constructing a train. I could be wrong. Could be. Let's hope I'm not. That's dangerous. And this is the fastest you can go. If you hold shift, I don't know if this is by design in the game. I haven't really looked at the controls, except the ones that drive the train. When you hold shift, you start walking normally. So this is technically sprinting. Which I also think is kind of neat. But the SD40, the iconic SD40, I believe AMD. I could be wrong. I'm a playing guy, not a train guy. Alright, let's take a look at the map first. And yes, we do go all the way around. This switch we'll just throw over there. It doesn't really matter when we approach the switches. It's only when we have to go through them is when it becomes an issue, and this one's already set properly. Alright, go ahead and put some power in. Brake pipe's empty. The independent brake is off. I don't understand the difference between release and bail off. I really do not know. And we are fighting against the grain, so we'll build it up to 10 miles an hour. Some more intermodal traffic out there. Looks like some Gevos. Chainsaw World 6 dropped recently, I believe. That's my issue with these games, you know. Trainsim World has been out since what, 2018, and they kept just dropping every few years. Trainsim World 6, 7, 8, or what? Well, we're on 6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. You know, same thing, similar to Farm Sim. Except Farm Sim, at least they released like new maps, better equipment, newer equipment, different dynamics. You know, Train Sim, what Dovetail's doing. Dovetail just they re-release the same game. I think the first major improvement they had was maybe Train Sim 3 since Train Sim World came out. In my opinion, realistically, it was Train Sim World 5 that was worth the upgrade from Train Sim World. Aside from that, you know, we added new maps. Okay, that can be a DLC. We added new DLCs on top of that. Okay, cool. So you release DLCs for the DLCs. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's a fun game to play. My only frustration is that Telltale Games needs to do better. They every year and a half, seems like every year now, Train Sim World 7, we reworked it in ways unmanageable. You redid the UI, and you dropped 5 extra DLCs, and then packaged it all together and be like, you can now get this. So instead of buying DLCs that go on top of the base game that you already own, you have to buy an entire new game to get the new DLCs, because the new DLCs are not backwards compatible, but when you upgrade everything you've owned in Chainsaw World 5, 4, 3, 2, and just World, they're all forward compatible. Or back, so I don't know what I'm saying. If that makes sense. So if I have 5, you know, all the DLCs I bought with, let's say I had 2, and I just had Chainsaw World. All my Chainsaw World DLCs and all that are compatible with Chainsaw World 5, but the new DLCs are, for lack of better terms, paywall locked. I'm gonna leave this in Notch one again and see if I can't run over there. Or no, I don't have to couple anything over there. I just have to, that's right. Ooh, almost made a big mistake. It's a go via, so I just have to get over there, get the train to go over there. Or get my locomotive over there? I forget what I have to do. I think I have to clear this point right here. Then I back out onto this switching from the main line. And that's where I screwed myself earlier this morning, I think. But no, I do couple. Ooh, I think I pick up those cars and then drag them back. Okay. But do you have to run over there? I don't know. It does say go via. Alright. Commence the sprint. I should just listen to my intuition. I gotta sprint. But yeah, that's my frustration, you know. At least with like Farm Sim, Truck Sim. I mean, even Truck Sim's got its own issues with its community too. I know people are mad about all the maps and whatnot. Like, all the maps are getting ridiculously expensive. I don't know. I don't play that game much. Much. That's an understatement. I don't. Oh no! No, this is bad. This is bad. Very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Ah. Realistic physics there. uh, can I drive a train? Yes. Can I do it well? No. Oh my goodness. All right, take 3, 4. Where are we at? Someone keep down. Generator field. No, forward on. Uh, Release that. Release that. And give me power. There we go. Two more blasts on the motion. And we are off. Notch 2. And get our lights set up here. Boom. Just like that. And we'll just do the switches from here, not walking all the way out. That's a little ridiculous. Yep, that's set. That's set. That one. That one. That's okay. And then solid switches are now aligned for those cars. We push around, and instead of hitting those cars, oops, we now back up. We now know what happened. We just need notch 1. But yeah, as I was saying, like, Farm Sim, they got it right. You know, they release, instead of DLCs, oh, you can buy this map and these new vehicles. They do it right. They release packages and they release new games every 2 years, 3 years. And they do it right. They focus on new mechanics, new features of the game, new things you can do in it. Like actually genuine updates versus these is like, okay, here's a new mission set with this locomotive and a new map or another map extension. You know, it's smaller. There's very rarely do I think there's Dovetail's made any games in my mind. Have they made any games that have been worthy of like a whole new release? If that makes sense. I forget what Train Sim World's made with. I think it's some version of Unity, some proprietary. I don't know. I'm totally guessing. I don't know. Which is not fair. Not fair at all to be saying stuff, but it's a fun game to play. Don't get me wrong. I love Train Sim World. I have Train Sim World 5. That came out last year. Now Train Sim World 6 out. It's that mechanic right there. It's like, you know, it drives me a little nuts that every year I have to buy a new game instead of the DLCs that I want. I have to get something that I don't want, which is more storage, you know. Anyways, that's my little rant over. Try to get this right again. Slowing down, speeding up just a touch as we enter the grade a little bit. Released to 13% on the independent, which is actually we'll go to 22, and we'll jump on down and release. Oh, I've done a release. That's released. That's released. Objective failure? Oh, because I didn't stop where I was supposed to. And I stopped too early. That's it. I see what they do, like, get it. You're supposed to stop there, set you up as a newer player to come. But whatever. Whatever. Cool thing about this grade, 1.5%, all I have to do is just release the brake. 2 miles an hour, 2.2, 2.5. There we go. Couple. And actually, I'll just let it sit here. And run down, couple up, because honestly, on this grade, the train should start moving on its own anyways. Or not. I guess I could say, okay, rant not over yet. Give me another 30 seconds. There it goes. It's already moving. See? Look at that. Is that released? Locked. Nope. Released. Now it's saying release. Is it released? It says locked. Is it locked or released? Oh, just let it push me, huh? Maybe? Locked, released. There we go. And now I'm stuck in... Stand on ladder. Handbrake release. Well, that's not the ladder I want. Can I get this ladder? Oh boy. Stuck in the train again. Oh, and now I'm on top of the... Well, I guess that works. Can I jump off? No. Oh, now I'm stuck up here. Uh-oh. How do I... Oh, no. Oh, no. How do I get down? How do I... Oh, God. Oh, oh, oh. Right. Give me it. Spray me. Spray me. Wait, got it, got it. Yes. Oh, 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 oh. Hi. It says locked. I don't want it to be locked. I want it to be... Released. Alright, saying it's released. I don't know. I generally don't know. But yeah, I guess you could say the same thing about, you know, Train Sim, or not Train Sim, Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. I still don't like the game, because it's not a simulator, it's a game. It's called a simulator for marketing purposes, clearly. Oh. Okay, is it up or down? That's what we gotta look for. Is it up or down? This is released, yes? No, it's locked. Oh, it's temporary? Well, shoot. Well, that's no bueno. And it stopped. No, it's just still slowly rolling. Okay. It is definitely slower though. They're slowing. Maybe. definitely slowing. But yeah, you know, for years and years and years, I think the latest was Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Yeah, it's definitely slowing. Okay, so we need some power. We need some power. And then that was like the latest and greatest Microsoft Flight Simulator for what, 10, 15 years until Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 came about. And yeah, that was worthy of a new release. But 2024, I don't know. To me, it just seems like the same game. Reworked UI, new missions, new planes. For what? You know? Yes, I bought 2020. Am I gonna get 2024? No. It's a game, not a simulator. It simulates air, a box of air around the plane that moves in relation to the plane. There is no simulation. It's just you're in the air flying. This is how your plane behaves at 20 knots. No matter what angle you're at, you will stall. You know, there's no dynamic component to it, even though that they're supposed to be. Anyways, I digress. Just creep up on this assist here. No idea if we were touching or not until we slam into it, I guess. Still moving, decelerating a little bit. Yep. Idle. Even though those things weren't open, I guess they're coupled. Sure. Reservoir's coming up. Why are we not moving? Brakes are off. Is the physics broken again? Give some more power. There we go. And now we know not to run into those cars there. Speaking of, set the points, switches. I'm sounding British, Jesus Christ. And that should be all them sets straight. Lines us up. Perfect. There we go. Probably do just this mission because it's going to take us a good amount of time to do all this. Get our mirror that doesn't work out, or it's a dusty looking character. It's not doing anything, it's just better characteristics. Yeah, creepy. intermodal train going by again. At least the deliveries on all the containers are good, you know? That's the one thing that trains world does get right. The scenery, all that, beautiful stuff. ONE, one, however you're supposed to say that. I don't know. I always say ONE when I see them on in real life. Gotta clear. I think it's that switch right there is what we gotta clear. Power in it. It's weird because like there's this little dip right here, or it goes up, and it kind of wells out there and dips down, comes up, dips down, and then you know, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah, just having a bit of fun on Saturday night. No, this will be infinite. Need just a touch of the automatic brake. We'll keep that initial reduction in there. I'll release it. So ultimately I just need to clear this point with the locomotive. We can't touch those cars down there because that will let us blow up in an unrealistic capacity. You can see that the end of the train down there is starting to hit that dip. Use the independent brake, and now we go backwards here. Oh, we'll leave that one dim. There we go. First is back. Oh, wait, we need to swap this. Swap it. There we go. Almost forgot about that. Let's shift the rest of the way. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And realistically, what we need to do is get as close as we can to this switch right here. So we'll leave that to the main line. And we can turn that belt off too. Monitoring what we can. Open the store for better visibility. I wish you could drop that one down, but I love the wipers in this thing. I don't think there's an automatic wiper control. I could be wrong though. I thought there was. That probably is. I'm just stupid. Yes, as we, if my memory serves me correct, because I have done some dry runs of this mission before, as we get close to the stop point, there's going to be another locomotive going to collect this locomotive, or this consist rather. So the closer we get, because otherwise our train is so long that it will block another part of this mission, which is not funnily discovered. We are idled down. Perfect. Let's go ahead. I'll do initial reduction on the automatic brake. We just need to make sure we clear. One of these. Can't remember which one. I think we could keep going back. I'm not entirely sure. So I think we come out and then we push through one of these. I can't remember if it's this one or that. I don't remember. Definitely don't. So I think we gotta go. I think it is this one. So we have to go in and then we go back around. So I think we have to keep going back just a little bit. That doesn't hurt. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's creep back ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. The third person camera here and see how close is too close. I think that'll do right there. Yeah, good. Independent brake is on. And once we disconnect, love that air compressor sound. Just matching all the buttons because I have no idea what I'm pressing. Go ahead and just throw ourselves down. Excellent. And release that as well. Climb up the steps. And let's make sure that this switch here is set properly. And then we back ourselves up. And then go back to there to clear that switch point. Oh god, I'm messing up all my words now. Reverser and release the brake. Then increase the throttle. There we go. It's been a long week. It's been a hard working week leading up to the holiday. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. neutral. So we gotta switch onto that track right there. So we gotta clear. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're bobtailing now. I don't even know if that's the right term or not. Single locomotive, nothing on us. Forward. It's off, and then we'll look at our switches here. We know that has to change. That one is actually set correctly. Wow. All these are looking like they are set correctly for us. Go via that, and then I think we connect to one of these first, and then pick up those, and then bring them back, or something like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Get ourselves a moving. Could be wrong. I think GNSF is was added in with Pizza World 5. Well, I doubt that. So right, that's so close. Oh, you're way fast. Yeah, I was happy when they added some BNSF routes in. So that is the major railroad operator in where I currently live. Came from the East Coast out west. So I was seeing a lot of CSX, and I was seeing a lot of BNSF. Of which I wish I like orange. Don't get me wrong, it's my favorite color. It's definitely orange. But something about that Santa Fe, I forget what all the rail buffs call it, the warrior paint scheme. You know, the one that's like silver and silver, red, and yellow. At least I think it's called the warrior paint scheme or something like that. I don't know. It's really cool looking paint scheme. Nothing against. Too much talking. Too much talking. Too much talking. Alright, we'll leave it at not 1. We'll just make sure that that is released. Oh, we just missed. Uh-oh. I forgot to look at the points. Well, that's not good. Oops. If I had to derail us, in the real world it would have. absolutely would have derailed us. That's alright. We gotta connect that set of cars anyway, so. Yep, that's set right now. That one's a little fast. That's alright though. I'll come down. .6 already as we're a slight incline here. We'll just lightly bump into these cars here. Release. Here we go. Just having some fun. Got a lot of travel coming up in the new year for me, especially the first half of the year. That's one perk of being in the military is you can travel a lot. It's fun. Sometimes it's not so enjoyable, but it's definitely fun for me to travel regardless because, well, it's my place. Oh god, he's going to for this. Oh, we can still keep going. I don't know if this might count down or not. It looks like it's not going to. Yeah, it's alright. Let's go ahead and set the switch to here. Switch, nope. What am I doing? That one. That one's set to go there. Perfect. Alright. Off. Left to right. And release the brake. Just that's good. Should have taken the tree. Is this by the tree one? Probably. This one should realistically be here inside the window. Try to balance everything out between independent and throttle. There we go. stop it. Indication location. Let's check our switches. I mean, everything looks okay, so. It's getting late over here. It is. Oh, fuck. Good lord. The deep cars, the independent brake works alright. That's when you get those long contests. And start to relying on the automatic a little more. And punt. Objective complete. Now I need to go somewhere else with this. So that makes sense. Alright. Where do I have to go? All the way down there to the end. Okay, so, well, nope, that was fine. It was this one. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Good. Now we'll go down to our imaginary conductor. Riding the cars. He's gonna be washing out and yelling at me saying, hey, stuff's messed up. It's not. Could be, but it's not. That switch is good, that switch is good, and that one's good. All to the right. What are those? Oh, those are trucks. I think those are real cars. I'm losing it. No, this is the dangerous one. One of the dangerous moves here because there is no buffer stop. About 500 feet. So we need to shove it just a little bit more. And there we go. I'm gonna uncouple these vehicles, or these cars rather. Oh, I wish I could just keep crouched down. I wish you could. There probably is a crouch mechanism. Just don't know about it. Well, we're definitely going backwards for the next move. So we'll get the lights set up for that. Just make sure that our switches are still good, which looks like they all are. No one has to work tomorrow. I don't. Well, if I did take off, I would have, but hey, whatever. Tomorrow being Monday, I'm making it Christmas Eve to the third power. This Christmas Eve is Wednesday. Eve would be Tuesday. Triple Eve. Christmas Triple Eve. Tomorrow. I keep thinking, I don't know what got into me today, but I kept thinking today was Saturday. I went over to Chick-fil-A. I'm like, I'm feeling some good milkshakes and waffle fries and good chicken sandwich for dinner or for lunch. It was for lunch. And then got there, I was like, huh, it looks closed. Oh, it's Sunday. Went around the rest of my day, worked on my car a little bit, came back in, I'm like, huh, where do I flip up the Instagram tomorrow? Turn on TV, football game's already on. Like, oh, that's right, today's Sunday. That's just how crazy the last week has been. But hey, we made it to the weekend. All good. Hopefully everyone has someone you'll see for the holidays, or some family, some friends, some significant other. I'm not having a good time with the English language tonight. No, sir. That's what you said. I'm gonna get those cars forward. SD40s, man. Cool locomotive. Man, they lack so much power. Get and go. When compared to newer locomotives. 4,400 horsepower. I mean, I'd say that it's only really 400 horsepower, and I guess realistically it's the difference between AC traction and DC traction, technically speaking. But whatever. Not getting technical about it because I really don't know much about this stuff. There's a plane I'd probably talk about the system, the component differences, whatever it is. Never. Kind of like some great channels out there, like Greg's Automobiles and Airplanes, Rex's Hangar. There's another one that's out there that another channel I've been recently watching a lot of. There's some pretty good historical content. Just can't remember the name. But yeah, super fun channels to watch. To East again. Oh. From the keys. Oh. Ow. My flash. Brakes are off. Coupled up. Now we're gonna go back to there, so all these switches are A-OK. And I guess it's probably gonna have us connect up to those cars. Maybe. I don't know. no idea where even to go with our objectives. Route map, escape, control guide, schedule? Oh, we're almost there. Stop, 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 uncouple, stop, stop, stop. That's a thought, just one big job. How many cars do we have? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 6. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We are going up this grade heavily, but we're almost here anyway, so. Where we go now? Go that way, so that switch has got to change. That switch has got to change, and then that one, go this way to there. Alright, looking good, looking good. Put some power behind it. What went wrong? Did I miss the switch? Probably missed the switch. Use a little bit of the automatic just to slow us down a little faster here. Something went wrong there. What went wrong here? That was set. Oh, I don't know. It could have been anything, honestly. Legitimately could have been anything. It definitely was that switch right there. Definitely what it was. That's alright. Behind us is pretty clear, so let's go full application with that. Cruise to the forward. And now that switch is set correctly. There we go. Alright. Now, if I had been on my virtual conductor here, we would not have had that issue. Oh well. While we slowly travel our way over there at the mandated 10 miles per hour, like a fun story I had yesterday. So I was working on my car. And backstory is that my car has 50,000 miles on it. I have no idea what. My parents live on the opposite side of the nation. So the 2 times I've been deployed, they came where I live and took back to their place of residence. And Dad loves to drive the thing, and my mom is a spirited driver. I can only imagine one of them, I don't know, they drove the absolute piss out of my car while I was gone this time. And I came back, I bought new tires for it, my dad installed it, you know, all the goods, right? I decided to come back and I take it out on the highway. It has this reverb. So I start diagnosing it. And lo and behold, it's a bad wheel bearing. So, but only on one side. So I don't know, it could be a one-off from the factory, or maybe they hit a pothole or curbed it or something. Something to make the bearing go bad at 50,000 miles. That never happens, especially with a Toyota, let alone a Toyota, right? So take it to local auto craft shop, you know, rent out a bay so I can put it up on the lift and borrow their tools a little bit and, you know, figure out what's wrong. So I take the old hub assembly off and mess around with the bearing and confirm, no, it's definitely the bearing is bad. It's wobbly, it's sloppy, it's everything that it shouldn't be, right? So, and all that, I called up the dealership. The dealership wanted $420 for a new hub and bearing assembly. You can't buy just the bearing, nor do I want to spend an extra 3 hours with a slide hammer trying to pull the bearing apart, and then freezing the new bearing and heating up the old hub. No, that's not fun. So I go into Rock Auto, love Rock Auto, rockauto.com that is. I buy the part I need for only $100. Alright, so I'm getting a steal here, which normally I do with Rock Auto. Normally do with Rock Auto. And I go ahead and go and reinstall the new part after spending way too long trying to get the tie rod off the knuckle and the lower control arm off the knuckle, because what you're supposed to do by the factory service manual is to take the entire knuckle off the car, which is absurd. You don't need to do that. Left it on the knuckle. If I wanted to, I probably should have taken the sway bar and link off, just to give myself a little more freedom of rotation with the upper control, with the strut. But I digress, right? So I'm struggling. I get it lined up with the dust shield, get it on there, bolt through. The bolt's not going in. I'm like, well, that's weird. What's wrong with that? So I take the power off of like me holding it up onto the car, make sure that the bolts can thread into it. All 4 bolts threaded, no problem. Try to get it in, it doesn't fit. Well, at the time I didn't know it doesn't fit, but it's not. The bolts are not threading into the new hub, right? So I take it off again, line it up with the dust shield, and it's at that point that I realize that's not an issue with the bolts or anything else of the car. It's an issue with the new part. The new part has a small, I mean ever so slightly, smaller bolt hole pattern than the factory hub, or knuckle, that is. And oh my god, was I so mad. To take it all off, you know, sit there, bumble around with everything, and not fun. Not fun. Just to put the old bad part back on the car. So now I gotta schedule a return back to Rock Auto. Did a rough sketch because I don't have a CAD software that I can use reliably on my own, right? So yeah, just sitting there messing around with it. Something tells me that point's not set correctly, but it is. And then get it all back on there, and, you know, after messing around with trying to First off, I messed up a stud, which, you know, a few Ugas and a Dugga with the impact killing gets the lug nut back on there, no problem. But that's definitely a bad lug nut now. A bad stud, I know. Cross-threaded it, which doesn't matter because the new part does come with new studs. So I'm not too worried about that. But then I make a right turn, my first right turn out of the shop. And somehow the dust pan is, or not the dust pan, the dust shield is scraping against the rotor or something. So then I pull in the parking lot quickly and I get in there with my hand and I bend it, twist it, however which way I can and fix it. So yeah, so went into the shop with one problem, found out I had a minor problem, and then created two other minor problems. And that dust shield is still randomly at times scraping against something. It doesn't make sense to me because the dust shield is clearly right behind the rotor and it's bolted on by the hub to the knuckle. It shouldn't be touching anything, but obviously it's rubbing against something. I just don't know what. But so try to save some money. You can always save money doing maintenance on your vehicle on your own, but turns out just pump the money and get the OEM part. Sometimes that's worth it. Sometimes. I know Concept, there's a channel out there called Concept 3 Performance. They're based out of California somewhere, and they primarily work on JDM cars, performance cars out there for their clients. They make funny videos about it. Decently funny videos about it, not gonna lie. And one of his pet peeves is that, you know, you shouldn't always buy the OEM part because oftentimes the OEM, i.e. the maker of your car, Toyota, Subaru, Ford, Chevy, whatever, they don't make their own parts. They make the design, and then they build the car based off what's available on the market. So, yeah. So I'd say sometimes it's worth it just to put it money. Because if I did that in the first place and just spent the $420, I would have had a new hub on my car already. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, be returning the part tomorrow, and then calling around dealerships to go price shopping because I believe I saw somewhere online one of the other dealerships in my area is selling the part cheap, but you know, I don't want to have to drive all that way out there. Those two are good. We're just gonna go straight back. Perfect. The brakes off? Nope. That's all we're moving. There we go. And we can turn that back. Perfect. Quick little shunting job there. Quick, I say. It's been an hour since we've been up. Almost an hour and a half now. Craziness. Absolute craziness. But yeah, I love working on cars, love getting my hands dirty, but I love fixing problems, not creating more and overspending money. No. Anyways, I also find it highly annoying that dealerships, or not dealerships, but car manufacturers are hiding their service manuals behind paywalls. Like I paid, granted Toyota's probably one of the better ones out there to my knowledge. They partner with Snap-on. They do Toyota Tech Info System or something like that. So I paid $30 to have 48 hours worth of access to their system, and I downloaded the whole freaking manual instead of paying, you know, a stupid, ungodly subscription of like $300 a year or $100 a month or $20 per week or some craziness like that. That's dim, and then we're gonna go. So that way we're gonna go onto that track. That's set. We're just gonna go straight. Perfect. Alright. Forward. Really the bell on. Why not? We're almost on the mission. Don't go too fast. Something tells me that's not right. Nope. We need back. Where did that go wrong? Because everything was... Oh, it's all these stupid grayed out ones. It's this one right here. Guaranteed it's that one right there. Is it not? It's not showing me. Alright, that's the path we're supposed to be on. Okay, so let's go ahead and reanalyze this. Back and forward. So that is the one that's messed up. No, it's this one. That one. That one. Now that's set there. There. Straight through on East Victorville, Clement. 8275 straight through. That's set. That's set. Right now we should be good. Forward, break off. There. Almost done here, guys. Almost done here. Mess around with the infinite break here, trying to get that number as close to 0 as possible. So I can get 6. 6 will do it? Maybe. Ah, who cares? I'm all over now. Who cares? Getting a little annoying. Put the reverse into neutral, get prepared for our next move here soon. just a little bit of power here. And we need to go back off onto this route. Stay off to that side. That's looking good. That's looking good. That switch shouldn't matter. That's okay. And I'm just gonna park it up. Looks like back where we started from in our shed. So this should be the home stretch right here. Yep, all the switches are looking good. And I'm missing some lights on the inside by the looks of it. Give her some real power here. Yep. Looks good. That looks good. I'm going back to our shed. Done for the night. Quick little shunting job there. Perfect. I should really hold shift and just walk, you know. That's that correctly? Yes, it is. Perfect. A little bit over the speed there, but that's fine. We got a gold medal for it. Perfect. All right. Well, for our first stream in probably the first video, I'll be on the channel in about a year and a half, maybe a little longer than that. Not too bad. Just certainly got to shake the rust off my editing skills before I make some videos, and the streams are easy enough because obviously there's no editing. But hey, I hope if you tuned in, even watched for even just a few seconds during the stream, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if I don't see you by the New Year, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, everyone. With that, I'm going to end the stream right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am ASAP Aviation. I gotta work on that outro if I'm gonna rebrand. How do I do this? With that, I'm ASAP Aviation. And remember, fly safe.